And you mentioned that you reached out to the Justice Department. They accused you of trying to tattletale on Lindsay Halligan tonight. I want to read their statement in full because they said, "quote You clearly didn't get the response you wanted, which was information handed over to you without having to dig into the facts of the case to craft a truthful story. So you thought you'd tattletale to Main Justice. Lindsay Halligan was attempting to point you to facts, not gossip, but when clarifying that she would adhere to the rules of the law and not disclose grand jury information, you threatened to leak an entire conversation. Good luck ever getting anyone to talk to you when you publish their text." I read it. I don't think you're threatening to leak it. I just think, to your point, it wasn't an off the record conversation.
No, it wasn't. And look, I reached out. I didn't threaten anything. I reached out for comment because I'm a journalist who is publishing a story, and I want to underscore here that why we thought that this was a newsworthy story and why there's great public interest in this is, I'm a legal reporter. I cover the Justice Department. So does everyone in our organization. We're familiar with how things work in terms of reporter and U.S. attorney relationships and reporter and prosecutor relationships. When this exchange happened, it felt so out of the ordinary and so unusual that, it felt like something that really should be published. Because here you have someone who is already so highly scrutinized under such pressure with these very high-profile prosecutions, and already knows that anything that she does is going to be picked apart by defense counsel, even the most minor misstep. And yet here she is on the record messaging with a reporter about an ongoing prosecution, which just does not really happen that much in terms of communications between reporters and prosecutors. And so we found it to be really remarkable. And over the past few days, we spoke to reporters who cover legal affairs. We spoke to former prosecutors. They have never quite seen an exchange like this, Caitlin. And so I think that, it felt like something that we needed to publish, and we did. And there was nothing in terms of leaking anything. It was Lindsay Halligan who approached me. I think that would be my response to that.
Anna Bower, thank you for joining us tonight.